All right, I want to talk about some advice that I think is negative. It doesn't help, and I hear it all the time. And it's basically, oh, don't worry, that person's just miserable. Oh, they hate themselves. Don't worry about that person. That person's unhappy. They're going to go home and they're a miserable existence. They're just going to curse themselves at home. And I think that's such a cop-out. That's such a bunk excuse. You know, somebody treats you wrong or you're upset and you talk to somebody else and they always give you that, don't worry about him. He's a miserable person, sad sack, hates himself. The sad truth of it is they don't. If you think they go home after whatever it is they did to you, or you just think it's rude, or you guys just don't get along, and if you think they go home and go like, fuck, I hate myself. I'm such an asshole all the time. I hate myself. Dang it. They don't. They don't care. They're not unhappy or miserable. They're probably perfectly fine. You know, maybe they have issues, but again, they're probably perfectly fine being who they are. And that's why I just hate that advice, because it doesn't benefit you. It doesn't do anything to solve your problem of somebody who obviously bothers you, mistreats you. Again, whether they're right or wrong, or you're right or wrong, there is no right or wrong. It's however they want to live their life, they are, and however you want to live your life and respond to that, you are. So there's no, usually you can kind of tell when everyone's like, or you can just kind of tell it's your opinion, but like, all right, that person's a pretty toxic person. Not a lot of people want to be around. But that doesn't do anything for you. Just to kind of blame it on somebody else and avoid solving the issue for you. They're just miserable. Yeah, you're right. That's just a miserable person. He's going to go home and cry himself to sleep. He's not going to cry or she themselves to sleep. Here's what I think they are. Unhealthy. And that's just in my perspective, because I like to hang out with healthy people. You know, balanced, reflective, self-reflective people who, again, all this is in my opinion, handle their issues, their shit, and handle themselves in a healthy, responsible way. I'm not going to go into like what I think makes people toxic people, like control freaks, people that want to bring you down, whatever, misery loves company. They aren't, I just think it's a waste of time, or it doesn't do anything to say, that guy sucks, that he's miserable, he goes home and he just punches the wall and cries. No. So what can you do? I think you can, like I said, they're not unhappy. Oh, he's just unhappy. No, he's not unhappy. In my opinion, he's unhealthy. And all you can do is decide how you want to respond to that. So maybe it's, again, you're never going to probably see eye to eye. Maybe eventually you will, but maybe it's you being a little more straightforward and honest and saying, hey, this is what's bugging me, or however you want to do it, but having that awkward, tough talk, kind of confrontation where you have to look someone in the eyes and say, look, this is odd, but I'm not happy with this, you know? And I think you can feel better the clearer you are about what you want, you know, because then at least you're not resenting it and thinking or assuming they know and they're just doing it to bug you. Once you tell them and you're pretty clear, if they keep doing it and you try explaining it different ways, no, I'm telling you, I don't like this, then you can take the other two steps, in my opinion, which is, all right, create some boundaries. So you've told them you don't like when they do this or this, so maybe you don't see them as much, or if it's a coworker or somebody you can't not see as much, somebody you live with or something, you set some boundaries. All right, well, we don't talk about this, or however you want to do it, and you just work on kind of expressing yourself healthier, you know, not reacting emotionally, just getting what you want to say out. And then it's kind of in their court. put it on them. Like, they are always doing this, making you feel bad, and you feel like you can't speak your mind, whatever. Put it back on them. All right, well, here's how I feel about it. It's on you. And if they keep doing it, just keep putting it back on them. And then what can you do, you know? You can't change them. I think the other good thing to do is not take it personally. It's like, you've tried, you've told them, you're not going to change how they are, and you don't know what's best for them. So you're saying this stuff, maybe they just have a different perspective. Doesn't matter who's right or wrong, there's no right or wrong. But you shouldn't be saying, oh, this is how you need to be with me. Maybe you guys just shouldn't be together. You have bad energies. Just like you wouldn't want somebody saying, all right, well, you need to be more like this to be around me because I think you're doing it wrong. Like, maybe there is some self-reflection going on and you kind of meet in the middle or something. But maybe, you know, it's just not compatible. So you take a little space, create some boundaries, not take it personally, and put it back on them. Hey, you're doing this, it's on you. And that's basically it. And I think there's this stigma where if it's a family member or a coworker or somebody close to you, you can't put up boundaries, you can't be straightforward. It's like, no, you can't not answer your sister's call. That's family, you can't what? Even though you've told them over and over again what bothers you and it just doesn't work. Why would you torture yourself, in my opinion, by keep trying to change somebody when they don't want to change, you don't want to change? You know, why torture yourself by not putting up these boundaries and not being clear and adding, building resentment by not speaking your mind? I say kind of speak your mind, baby steps. You don't have to go all at once and say, hey, and spew everything. This is what is going on, because you probably have some resentment built up. So you let it out, however you feel comfortable in little steps. You create some boundaries, and even if it's a family member, it's okay to not answer their call every single time, in my opinion, or not see them every week if every week it makes you miserable. Handle it better and then set some boundaries up. This is just something I thought about, because I always hear, oh, he's just unhappy. Oh, that guy's miserable. Oh, ignore that. That guy sucks. It's just such a cop-out. There's no helpfulness in that. It's like, yeah, sometimes it feels good to commiserate and be like, oh, that sounds like that guy's being rude. Okay, but if it's happening over and over again, that doesn't solve anything for you. It's like, okay, you think it's rude, so what are you going to do about it? And then you can do all that stuff, or I try and do that stuff, easier said than done, that I said. So that's it. It's not, oh, they're unhappy. They're fine. They're unhealthy in your opinion. And you want to hang out with healthy people because you want to be healthy. And that's how I kind of look at it. Thank you for watching. Watching my video. I'm not a guru health expert. This is literally kind of just a video. So I remember for myself, kind of like my own little self-help video. I figure I'll post it anyway. All right. Stay healthy.